And now, Perfect Pairings, brought to you by Total Wine and More.
Bring out the booze.
All right.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
This is like Christmas Day, your birthday, New Year's Eve.
Hey, this segment is not sponsored by Stella Artois, but we are using Stella Artois
But
glasses.
if you want to be sponsored, please send some.
Hey,
that's right.
By all means, Stella. Etelita, throw us a bone. What looks like an amber? Oh, whoa! Before I want to be clear.
Where does beer land in your jam chart? Because we always like going over the spirits.
You know, here's my thing, and I don't know the beers, but I'm not a big American beer guy.
Okay.
I'm slowly turning to IPAs, so I don't know what we're drinking, but anything that's European is definitely high on the jam.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so what I was going to say is that I know all four of these. Unlike other shows where it's a mystery to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a mystery to just you two guys, because I had to stop at Total Wine this morning and pick up our allotment.
Okay.
So I know the four. I know the order. So
you're going to have to give us hints like Win Stuff Live.
Oh, I like that idea. I really like that idea. That's what we're going to do.
All I know is that you can tell who are the drinkers here because Ivan and I, the minute Yami put the glass down, we've had it in our hand. Like no one is
ready to go.
Like Charlton Heston, you'll have to pry this from my dead cold hands. All right. Let's see.
So anyway, this is clearly an amber situation.
You're not getting the job, by the way. If that's what it looks like, you're not getting the job. So.
Well, having said that, I know what the other ones are coming. You're not getting the job at all in today's
You know what this
allotment.
smells like to me?
First hint. Are all the beers the same style?
No.
Okay. So we guess the style first. Or let's guess the style. That's going to be hard enough.
You know this.
That's hard enough. Yeah. There's another hint.
Okay.
So there's a few of these that
so good.
There's a few of these that Ivan, you know these intimately.
Did you just smell the microphone? Already?
All right. Anyway,
smells like rare leaf.
This smells like a Marzen almost to me.
Oh, that's very
nice.
That's
good.
Look at you.
Come on.
He did say European, by the way. None of these are European, so that's hint number one.
If I drink enough of these, I will be here. Anyway, hey, what happened? All right, let's see. So, by the way, very, very, on the nose, amazing.
Isn't amber style?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
is this an amber?
No. Okay. I was talking about the
color. How about a Brenda?
Amber.
Is it a Brenda?
Is it a D?
It looks more like D minus, but that's another joke for another day on another show. Shout out to my buddy Scott Lodge. All right.
So I just bent down and looked at the can. It is in fact an amber ale. So you got it.
I got it.
Oh, did you not get enough because it's almost gone?
There was no beer in that.
My man
can.
was thirsty. It's got legs though. I'll tell you that. We'll do a little wine reference there. Oh, it's so good.
So let's talk about how it. Well, what do you get? What kind of flavors? Like you get some yeasty, right? Malty,
caramel, malt.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really nice. Actually, I drink this beer regularly.
Tank Freedom Tower.
You got it.
Hey! Bum, 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 bum. If there's freedom in it, I'm in it.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, this is from our friends at
Tank Brewery.
Our buddies. They've got if you're ever in Miami and you want to have great beer and have a cigar.
Yes.
They have a phenomenal little cigar lounge in the actual brewery, which is awesome.
So I drink Freedom Tower a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
You drank the whole Freedom Tower there.
The entire tower. It's not a weird beer, and it's not a lager that I don't know how to explain it. So I think it pairs well because it's kind of like that mid-level beer. It's not as strong as let's say like a Belgian triple, and it's not as like light and crisp as let's say a lager or something like that. So I think they balance each other out very well from like from a style perspective.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a symbiotic thing,
Yeah.
right? They're both kind of hanging around, but nobody's changing the other.
No.
Right?
No.
Like you're drinking the beer and it tastes like the beer, and you smoke the cigar and it still tastes exactly like the cigar. So there has been no sort of complement.
Right. I would almost.
They do go side by side. You can enjoy it.
They do work well, but I would almost. This beer is so good that I would almost want no distractions. I would almost want the beer with no cigar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know? You know what I mean? This
No,
beer,
By the way, you guys weren't far behind me.
No,
You guys
I
drank
don't.
all your shit.
I just
too.
let you look like the one that's got a problem, not me.
Okay.
Not me. That's what.
All right.
So-
On the B.
Again, I think they work well on its own. Again, this is Lucy and I call this a Lucy and Ricky beer. 2 different beds, you know?
Yep.
So, but very good beer. Very good. Libertad.
Like I said, I drink it all the time. It's a perfect. It's not so heavy that you can't have it on a hot summer day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not so light that you can enjoy it on a cool evening. So I drink this all the time.
Yeah. I guess it's considered craft beer. However,
yeah,
I
yeah.
drink so much of it, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah,
Because it feels like almost like a regular production. I find it in a lot of restaurants.
around town, absolutely.
Or around town, and I've drank it in Tampa. I've drank it in other places. Yeah, I found it outside of Miami.
I honestly don't know how far their distribution is, so I don't know if people out here listening to this, God knows where. I don't know if they get it. I don't know how far they go, the
Right.
tank, but
Scott,
Some of these others are more
Scott in
national.
Northern Virginia. Let us know if they get it out there.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, shoot us a message and let us know you tried the pairing.
Man, that is good beer.
It's an excellent beer. I love it. I like everything that those guys do though at the tank. They do a tremendous job.
What I love about it is how the cigar shop and the brewery, you know, are side by side there. It's great. It's great. You go, you know, you can go, you get your beer over at the tank, go into the cigar lounge and enjoy your beer. Oh,
Well, so closure. The building where the tank is and the owners of the tank are the same owners as Family Tobacco Traders, which are a massive importer and distributor of cigars.
mm-hmm.
So the rest of that building is Family Tobacco Traders, and the building, the edge of the building where the tank sits, is there's the one that faces the street. But that's the only part of that massive building
Right.
that isn't Family Tobacco Traders.
And if you're an NFL fan, you may see Ed Reed, the Hall of Famer.
Oh, he's constantly
over
there.
there at La Familia. You know,
Yeah.
He's always hanging out there with his chapeau. And,
Yeah, because the owners of Family Tobacco Traders and the tank are the same family that own Plasencia, the Plasencia family. So,
and there you have it.
yep.
All right.
And
So,
Plasencia is Ed has been working with Plasencia to have his cigar made.
love Ed Reed. Love Ed Reed. All right. So A, off to a good start. Let's go to number B. Listen, is there any better sound than that? Is there any better sound than
Now
that?
my
when
mic
you
has
pour
been
it.
drenched.
Right?
when you pour it,
Yeah. I
the
mean,
pour is good.
I may need a napkin.
That's not the first time he's
wait
said
a
that.
minute now. And then you're mad at me for my wet cigar. Ah, bueno.
I sacrificed my mic and laptop for that can opening.
You should have done it over there by Ivan. He'd be sniffing that microphone.
Yeah, my mic now smells like. No, I'm not going to give it away.
So how do you like this box press? Because I'm kind of geeky when it comes to box presses. I don't like box presses that are very sharp edged.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a soft edge to it, and I think it's perfectly made, and it's kind of like flat at the top, and it helps my Dickman cut. So I do like this box press.
By the way, if you guys don't know the Dickman cut that Ivan is referring to, you can see it on the YouTube video.
That's right.
But it's basically a slanted straight cut
Yeah, there she is.
in all her glory.
It looks like a '90s like hip hop star. That's what it looks like with the slanted with the hairdo there. All right, so
All right, boys, so we have.
so here's B, and whoa, this one
a little
is
darker.
little darker. Almost has a red, almost like a Killian's Red kind of feel to it, right?
For sure.
Super 90s right there reference.
Yeah, big time.
Does
right? The
anybody still
Killian's
drink
Red.
that?
I don't even know. I don't
Really?
even know if that brand still exists.
Killian's Red. That was the alternative to like a Guinness on St. Patrick's Day. I only drank Killian's Red on St. Patrick's Day
Sure. Listening to House of Pain.
with my green eggs and ham at 7:30 in the morning.
All right. So what
Shout out to
about
Paul.
what about the nose here? Let's
Let's
jump
move
back
on.
into this. Very different, right? It's a sweeter nose.
Is that malty? Is that it?
Very.
All right, we're going in.
It's like a porter.
Very different. It is not a porter.
It's not. Porters are darker.
Yeah. So hint, still ale, but darker than amber.
Dark ale.
Brown ale.
Brown ale.
You tasted it yet?
I did.
Didn't love it.
Didn't love it.
It's okay.
Didn't love it. Now it doesn't mean it isn't good. I don't want to get my Total Wine and More privileges revoked, but
I do prefer the Freedom Tower to this.
All day. Total Wine and I were trying to sort of escalate up the ladder of darkness.
Got it.
we're going into the heart of darkness.
We are going into the heart of
Here we go.
So what occasion?
This is the end.
Because every style of beer kind of has its occasion.
Okay, that's fair in my view, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's different, but so while Freedom Tower, I can have on a hot day in the pool. I got no problem doing that.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't feel the same for me because this is like I already feel it. It's more filling. It's heavier.
Filling. Yes.
Right, and it's almost like too sweet.
Yeah.
In a like ripe, fruity, sweet way.
Yeah.
I don't like the finish. I think that's what's getting me.
That's fair.
The finish.
Yeah, it does have some bitterness to the finish.
The finish, I think, is getting in the way of the cigar. I think now they're butting heads a little bit, So
I'm gonna try them together now.
It is very malty, and I'm not a big malt fan.
right. It's
didn't like malt when you were a kid?
when IPAs first became like hot and interesting and everybody
Yeah.
needed to have. This is the IPAs that I always sort of challenged my palate.
So the bitterness is what you don't like, and this does have. I don't know what their numbers are, but it definitely has a higher bitterness than.
Yeah,
than
I mean,
Freedom Tower.
I'm Cuban. I don't need any more bitterness in my life.
Oh,
Yep. What happened there?
hey,
Hello.
Hey.
The doctor will see you now. Yeah, I think.
Bring in your wet cigar, sir. We'll take a look at it now.
Listen there. Listen, Puddles, come over here.
I don't mind it with the cigar. I don't mind it. Again, it's not. I'm not trading it, but that's not what we're doing.
Right.
We're-
Like for me,
It's not my favorite,
For me,
but I mean, I could still enjoy
it's
it.
getting in the way of my experience with the cigar. I almost like it's almost like the Freedom Tower. I could just do it alone and it'd be cool. This one, I would rather I'll take my Aganorsa Reserve Rare Leaf and
so it seems
say
like
thank you.
and I don't know, but the bitterness of the beer on the background there,
Mm-hmm.
or on the finish, does kind of like cancel out some notes from the cigar. So at least in this particular case, we now have a little bit of a complement going on, right? So one is affecting the other, and that should happen more and more as we keep going up the scale here.
And I think for me, the fact that the Rare Leaf has now, it isn't as strong as it was at the beginning. It's now changing. Now to me, it's really, there's a conflict now.
That's a good point.
There's a
That's a
conflict
good point
now.
because on a pairing, sometimes the pairing starts off wonderfully, and then the cigar changes, and now the pairing is different.
So I would say maybe
So that does happen. That's true.
maybe if you had just started smoking it, if you just lit it up, then you get into this. But
Maybe.
I think where I'm at now, about a quarter of a way in, I think maybe now this doesn't work for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you know what?
I mean,
No,
I'm
there-
still,
there was a good-
I'm
so
still gonna finish
Here's
it. But
the next hint then. So there's a reason why this beer was selected in the lineup. There's a reason. We are a cigar show. Hence not helping.
Cigar City.
Cigar City. There you go. So this is the Cigar City Maduro.
Maduro.
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why it was selected.
So now you got back-to-back Maduros. So you got a Maduro cigar, a Maduro beer. Too much for me.
Yep. Okay.
Too
Fair
much
enough.
Too
Yummy.
much for me.
Bring on the next one.
Now I will finish it because I don't want to be rude.
There she blows.
Yummy.
Fresh beer, darker
this-
beer.
This is now. Truth be told,
This came out of your car.
I love dark beer.
Out of the car?
This came out of
Yeah,
the
like
car.
motor
It looks
oil.
like motor oil.
I love the darker.
If your motor oil
the
looks like
better.
this.
As they,
In the winter. I love drinking dark beer in the winter.
no, you know me.
Anytime?
I'm the
Okay.
first guy. I'll slam a Guinness at 9:00 in the morning. I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
I love dark.
Jimmy,
beer.
you may be giving away much more than you.
Oh,
It's a Guinness.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it
No,
can't
you can tell, by the way,
Yeah.
Guinness is dead giveaway. The bubbles
The bubbles
Right.
are
of course.
small.
and it's Tartare. It's the perfect pour. Tartare. It's the perfect pour.
All right.
All right, so
Oh, this one.
so again, it's unfair, so I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't get a lot to the nose. I mean, it's there. It's a very subtle.
Malt.
Yeah, the
But
B.
there's
B was
Definitely
very malty.
chocolate there though.
Oh, chocolate. No, I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
tasted
yeah,
it. No, it's chocolate. Yeah, I had to take a sip of it to get it.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, it's nice.
yummy!
Yeah,
It's
pretty
like it's a candy bar.
It's dessert.
yeah. So this one is available, I think, nationwide.
You know, and the thing about it is, for as dark as it is, and for as chocolatey and sweet as it is, it's very smooth. Because other dark beers are very heavy, and you're sort of like slugging it down your throat. You know what I mean? It's
No,
like
this is great.
Okay.
this. You know what I mean? You're sort of forcing it. You know, this. It fills up your palate.
Is
Okay.
it?
This
it
is
a
very
chocolate
smooth.
stout
No, but you're close. But no.
porter? Chocolate
It is.
porter.
It is a chocolate porter. Yeah.
Chocolate porter.
So when you think of chocolate in America, what do you think?
Hershey's,
Yes. And where's Hershey's from?
Pennsylvania.
And what beer is also from Pennsylvania? that
Bum, bum,
is
bum.
distributed
By the way,
nationwide.
Checklist.
Rolling Rock.
No,
I'm
Rolling
kidding, I'm
Rock. That's
kidding,
great.
I'm
Look,
Number 33.
Great reference
I'm
to
kidding.
Arnold Palmer and Latrobe.
Number 33.
I'm kidding.
By the way, take your shoes. Take his shoes. He's not walking. You're done.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Allagash or
No.
Pennsylvania.
Actually, been at this brewery several times. It's in Pottstown. So there's people out there screaming right now.
Pots and pans.
No screams.
Ah. Shout out to our
Yuengling.
shout out to my boy Denny with this. This is Pennsylvania through and through. A little Yuengling.
Yep.
I love Yuengling, by the way.
Do you?
Me too.
You know what I love about Yuengling?
Just saying the name, especially as the drunker you get, Yuengling, ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and all of a sudden it turns into Christmas. Ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, sit down.
So in Pennsylvania, all throughout, at least through the Philly area, if you say lager, like let me have a lager. So lager is a style of beer, it's a type of beer. But if you say lager anywhere near Philadelphia and the Philly metro area, that just means Yuengling. It doesn't mean give me a Anheuser-Busch lager or another lager no, lager means Yuengling. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Every time somebody says Pennsylvania, I remember my dear mother, God rest her soul,
Or Pennsylvania.
When I would say, "Hey mom, I'm going to Philadelphia for work," and she's like, "Where's Philadelphia?" I was saying Pennsylvania. She's like, "Watch out for those vampires." I'm like, "Mom, it's not Transylvania, it's Pennsylvania." So
As in William Penn.
So I always think of like anytime it says Pennsylvania, I think of my dear mom, and it's the vampires. I'll have some garlic, mom. It'll be all right.
It's okay. All right, so how does
It
it
is
work
so
with the cigar?
sweet. It is so sweet though.
I've never had this. It's delicious. I love it.
Truth be told, I had never had it either. It's the
I've
Hershey
seen it.
Porter.
I've seen it. It's
You know what?
delicious.
This is the Truth Be Told edition. We're gonna get all of Eric's secrets, all of them. Yes,
That's all you got.
yes, even that one. It's maybe I'm just a pain in the ass, but it's almost too sweet for me.
Yeah.
For me,
You're a pain in the ass.
I am a pain in the ass.
No, it's a desserty beer, no doubt about
And
it.
it goes great with the cigar.
It does. The chocolate like compounds the chocolate on the cigar.
It is.
You're not going to drink
It's a great
a
pairing.
case of this. This is like to have like
Oh yeah, watch me.
a watch. You can have one while you smoke the cigar, or two,
Yeah.
but that's about it. You're not going to keep drinking.
I think it does pair well with the cigar.
It does. It does.
Again, has some bitterness, but a different kind of bitterness.
Yeah.
It's not a hoppy bitterness. It's like a dark chocolatey kind of bitterness.
I will say this. I think the best pairing, which is this exercise, I think the best pairing is this. They complement each other beautifully.
A second ago you didn't, but you okay?
No. I mean, for me personally, I'm not a big sweet beer person. But I think in terms of the pairing, like the first, A, I would drink it alone. I wouldn't have a cigar with it. B, I'd have a cigar, not the beer. But putting it together for this exercise, they're excellent together.
Yeah.
Because you got the sweetness of this beer and then the sort of powerful attention grabbing of the Aganorsa in this, and they work beautifully together.
I forgot about the power in the
Yeah, and that's another thing we need to get into the how we are right now.
totally forgot.
All of a
because
sudden,
now
this
it's like
thing has
super
gotten
smooth.
into cruising altitude. It is nice. The movie's on. The stewardesses have passed out all the cocktails and the peanuts, and everything is excellent right now. This is
Cigar is cruising, yeah.
dare I say groovy.
Ooh.
We are in groovy mode right now.
All right. All right, so yeah, I think it does pair extremely well with this. This is a departure from our normal.
Have we ever done beer on this?
I think we
I
have.
think we did it once.
Yeah, we have done.
Can
beer,
we have a
but
burp contest?
Oh.
I'm losing that one. Every
Listen,
time.
I got a buddy, and I'm not going to do
boy.
it. My buddy can
My buddy.
My buddy.
Mike
Do you remember that commercial?
Mike
My buddy.
Pinkowski. Right there. That's all you need to know. Mike Pinkowski. Pinky.
Great name.
He can burp the alphabet. Like he can get all the way to like W. A, B, C, D, like one big burp, all the alphabet. We're going to have to get some audio.
Can we
of it.
get him on? Does he
We're
smoke
gonna-
cigars?
You know,
We can get him to smoke cigar. Clearly, if he does this,
oh my God.
this move, he's
He's got to be a cigar
he'll
smoker.
do anything.
Well, Pinky's not a good cigar guy. We were at a cigar joint. We were at a bar in New York City. Okay. And the bartender gave us an ashtray, and Pinky was ashing his cigar, and he missed the ashtray. And it was a pretty big ashtray. I mean, it was all over all over and everything. And I was like, Pinky, we're going to get tossed out of this joint. This is New York. Serious guy with the white apron and everything. They don't mess around in New York City. And he missed it. But Pinky can burp the alphabet.
Oh, man.
A, B, C, D.
Si, senor.
C, senor, and
Si,
C.
senor. Very good.
Number C wins, I think.
We
for
did a
me.
photo shoot at our friend's boat, who the vessel.
We all need a friend who has a boat.
Well, this is a
ship.
boat. This is calling it a boat is kind of
Can you land a
downplaying it.
helicopter on it?
Yeah, and it's called Si Senor, the boat itself.
So
Shout
good.
out to Big Vic.
Say that the wrong couple beers and comes out the wrong way. Vic Big.
See, I'm still sober.
No, I'll
I'm
tell you.
still-
Oh, there's a fourth beer.
Yes.
Yes.
You didn't. Yeah, I guess
Listen,
you didn't look
if
at the
we,
notes.
Listen. I just the beauty of what I bring to the show is no preparation.
That is
Clearly, right?
Yes.
I'm the Larry
That-
King of the show.
it-
I
brings
was
the
telling some
gold.
friends last weekend. They were like, "So do you guys script the show?" I go, "Well, we have a loose script that we have so that we can know what segment is coming next." But Jim doesn't look at.
and
any
then
of
Jim just comes in and bombards it.
it. Jim doesn't look at any of it.
There's a great
There's
interview.
Yami with more beer.
There's a great
Beautiful. Wow,
interview
I love this.
that Larry King did with Jerry Seinfeld. And Larry King was famous for never doing any research. So he asked Jerry Seinfeld about his show and about it being, he goes, "Your show just got canceled." And Jerry was like, "It didn't get canceled. Have you watched the show? We decided to go off the air. I mean, what the hey? I mean, why do they park in driveways and drive in parkways? I mean, what's the deal?" So it was amazing. So that's what I bring to this thing.
Yes.
And maybe
Yes,
I'll
you
have a
do.
kid at 75. I don't know. That's
Maybe.
R.I.P.
Larry King style.
R.I.P. Larry King. All right, so this one, my God, this is like
This is even darker.
You know, I somebody once told me the best beer is beer you can't see through.
Okay.
And I can't
Who
see
said
through
that? Was it Pinky?
No, ABCD, I can't see through. No, you can't see through this beer. Look at that. It is.
It's a thing of beauty.
It's like
you
drinking
what.
with your eyes closed.
This segment is brought to you by Depend Undergarments.
This is going to be even heavier.
Am I not smelling anything?
It's got more coffee, I think, than chocolate.
Okay.
Is this barrel aged?
I don't know.
I don't love it.
No?
No.
A lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. That's why I asked if it was barrel aged because I don't know. I've had
No,
to.
it's not. It's not. I just
This is the beer that, man, it sort of, it just kind of falls into your
Is
tummy.
it high in alcohol? Will it have you peeing in a closet at the end of the night?
bringing back an old school reference there, Ivan. You know more about me than most. Yeah, it's high in alcohol.
Yep. I told you.
All right, so
You start with these, by the way.
No, you start with
you
this
go
and you
with the-
finish with this.
No, you start with this and then you go less alcohol by the end of the night. You don't go up to this. Then you'll be peeing in the closet
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
You know, reminds me of a good story. A buddy of mine, we were
Pinky?
I love these.
no we when the Yankees won the World Series,
Which time?
Which one?
98.
Okay. I was
I was up there.
The series ended in San Diego, right? And so we decided we were lucky we were invited to the Yankees after party after they won the World Series in San Diego at a bar.
Cool.
So there's Derek Jeter, there's Tino Martinez, everything. We're having a great time. And then at the end of the night, one of my friends decided to relieve himself on a car. And
He peed.
He peed. and all of a sudden, one of the Yankee announcers was walking out of the bar, and it was his rental car.
Phil Rizzuto.
No, it wasn't Phil Rizzuto. That's the money store. But anyway, so the announcer turns to my buddy and goes, "Hey, you're peeing on my car."
A, B, C.
It was going
Beer
on.
has had its effect.
And he, with his really thick Boston accent, said, "It's just a tire, brother. It's just a tire." So, needless to say, this feels like it's just a tire, brother. It's just a tire.
Yeah.
All right.
Not my favorite. Probably my least favorite of the four.
Yeah.
Heavy.
I was about to
Very
say
heavy.
too, but
Very
but
heavy.
I
Yeah.
kind of dig it in a different way.
Yeah, I don't love it.
It's very, very coffee-ish. Yeah. It's, by the way, it's still a porter, so it's not a stout. Never mind, I got that wrong.
I take that back.
English.
Right. He's the only one that knew the answers.
For me, for my palate, my little baby palate, no. I wouldn't drink this.
You know what it
Period.
reminds me of? Eric is our resident expert on everything.
On everything, right?
Tequila, on cigars, on whatever. He's our beer expert also.
Claro.
Not today.
There is a brewery. I think it's Illinois, maybe in Chicago, somewhere up there.
Well, the most famous one in Chicago
and
is
it's not
Goose
Goose
Island.
Island. It's like no.
And they're known for their barrel-aged stouts.
Really?
Yeah.
Goose Island does?
Yeah.
No, but it was like a horse on it or some shit.
Not a goose. You would know the difference, I hope.
Honk.
Anyways, you gave me one of those and I hated it. And it's kind of reminding me of it right now.
Yeah. The bitterness is very, very high, right? On the, the aftertaste finish. The aftertaste is very bittery.
It's very rich. It's very coffeeous.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like I think that our producer Chris would like this because it's he likes unsweetened espresso, and that's kind of what this tastes like.
Here
Yeah.
you go, bud. Knock it out. He's like, "No, you drank out of that, buddy. I know where you've been.
I've got your baba. I don't want it.
Bye-bye.
You know, I can sell my
Baba, by the way, is the Cuban Spanish word for saliva,
Drool sounds a little more
for drool.
eccentric.
Baba.
Maybe I dip my wet cigar in the thing.
Oh, that's terrible. That's
That'd
a
be
terrible
perfect.
thing to do.
Perfect, right?
Terrible. I hate. By the way, I hate when people do that. I hate when people.
Right? There's always that one
dip-
guy.
Yes.
You're like, "What are you doing, bro?"
And then they're like, "Oh, this is how you do it." And you're like, "No, sir, that is not how you do it. If the cigar was well made, you should not have to dip it."
But
in
I
anything.
got this at the gas station.
Yeah.
And the guy told me it was Cuban.
All right. Anyway, it is. It kind of like the ending. I thought fell flat. You know, because I think we
It's-
really enjoyed 3, which was that Yuengling Hershey Porter,
Yeah.
and I thought that was the sort of pinnacle. You want to switch back to that?
You want more?
Whoa.
Kind of get that, since that was what we
Yeah.
liked most.
I think in terms of the pairing, absolutely.
So this one, by the way, at the risk of
Go ahead.
bad mouthing an existing.
No, we're not bad mouthing. We're educating the people.
So this is the Founders Breakfast Stout.
Breakfast stout.
So tasting that Founders Breakfast Stout with this, it almost knocked out the sweetness that the cigar had, which at the midway, I'm past the midway point. The sweetness is a lot less.
It's canceled almost.
yeah,
right?
than the beginning of the cigar. So it's not what you want right now. What you want is more sweetness.
Because I think at the end of the day, whatever you pair your cigar with, you want to be able to taste the cigar. And if the cigar goes away completely, then that's not at all what you want. And I know we always talk about how things need to be objective and maybe for your palate and this, but at the end of the day, if you lose the cigar, then you've lost the whole point.
Yeah. Agreed.
And it's a shame because this cigar is as it's gone on, now that I'm kind of like through the midway point, it's gotten so much better than when it first
you know what this
started.
cigar is? This
Really?
is like
Yeah.
one of those movies like that's nominated for an Oscar that the movie starts and you're like, what is this?
Which one?
What is this? And then all of a sudden, as the movie, you're like, wow, that was pretty damn good.
You know, so here's the thing. I'll tell you the first time I smoked a cigar. So I hadn't had the Rare Leaf Reserve Maduro. So Terrence and I, we follow English Premier League soccer. And so Terrence joins me for Terrence is a Tottenham fan, but I'm an Arsenal fan, and so we have an Arsenal bar here in Miami, and we watch the matches with a bunch of different Arsenal fans. And
thanks for when you called me to invite me, my phone was off. That's why I didn't pick it up. You see how this guy is?
Yeah. So we had a great day yesterday. But anyway, so I'm with Terrence, and we're watching the match at the bar. That's the name of the place, and we're drinking tons of beer. And we win. We walk over to Galliano Cigar Room, which is right down the street from the bar.
Right.
And I go, dude, it's time. We can't smoke in the bar. You used to be able to, but nowadays you can't smoke in the bar. So
fascism.
So we go to Galliano, and he just goes into the humidor and brings one of these puppies out. I needed it like
breath in my soul.
Yeah. And so he brings that out, and I loved it so much. But I was pretty inebriated. So
what time was this? Not even noon?
That was probably about noon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so, man, I enjoyed the cigar so much. So whatever, we say bye, whatever. And then the following week I'm here at work, and I'm like, man, I really loved that freaking cigar that I had with Terrence this weekend. So I got some for the office, and everybody loved it. It is a fantastic, and so which is exactly what happened here. However, Ivan didn't know he was smoking because he was smoking it blind. But it is a fantastic cigar. I can't say enough good things about it.
Look at the construction on yours.
I love it. It's
beautiful.
It is strong. No joke.
No, but I don't feel the strength anymore. And it didn't affect me. I haven't eaten since 7 p.m. yesterday. So, and it usually I have to have something to eat before I have a strong cigar. It hasn't affected me at all.
No, but
Terrence, did you hear that?
But it still has to be said that it is strong. So you don't want someone who doesn't typically smoke a strong cigar to do this and think, oh yeah, the guys on the podcast smoked it and it was fine. No, it's got some power. I would say that it is 3/4 of those. So it's medium to full. I'm probably not full, but medium to full for sure.
Yeah.
But I love it.
By the way, this cigar, and sorry, Terrence, I had my doubts. This cigar is amazing.
Why did you have doubts?
Well, because it was so powerful at the beginning. And for me, most of Terrence's cigars are very strong and very, they get in your face. They're aggressive. But if you're able to sort of, navigate the deep waters of it all, at the end of the day, I mean, I've removed the first band, and it is this is an amazing stick.
Yeah.
It's an amazing stick.
And so some people out there are probably thinking, so why wasn't this in the top 25? So this is a limited edition cigar that's only available at those retailers. So I don't know if it's a candidate for top 25, but I don't think it is because it is limited.
Have you ever thought about doing a limited edition maybe a top 10?
No, that's a fair question, but
a top 10 maybe?
No, what happens is once you create a second list, now you've taken away the value of the first list. So the idea of our top 25 list is so that the cigars that are available on that list should be available to the majority of the country year round, right? And that's the way that we do the list. Man
of the people.
Yeah, we don't want our top 25 list to be unattainable. Like if like the number one cigar should be something that you can go out and buy, and that's our idea of it. So,
and Aganorsa made the top.
They were number 3
with the
Aniversario Connecticut, which is joke. I think it's the best Connecticut.
It's one of my
in the market
cigars
at the moment.
They make all their cigars are great.
No, they're all great.
They make for themselves, the ones they make for everybody else. They're all great. Some are stronger than others. The Connecticut Aniversario is, forget about it.
It is a fantastic smoke.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
What does forget about it mean? Sometimes forget about it just means forget about it. Donnie Brasco.
All right, Jimmy, so give us a final verdict. So we went with the Yuengling Hershey Porter as our number one.
I think C is the best pairing. I think the
Freedom Tower is...
Freedom Tower is amazing.
We love Freedom Tower.
I mean, I think it works with the cigar. I'm not saying it doesn't work with the cigar, but in terms of the perfect pairing...
You want me to show them? So if you're on YouTube, watching, there's the Freedom Tower.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tank Brewery.
Then this is the Cigar City Brown Ale, the Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then this was our pairing choice, the Yuengling Hershey Porter.
Yes, sir.
And then the one that you guys hated so much.
Oh, my goodness. I hated.
No.
Was the Founder's Breakfast Stout, coming in at 8.3%.
Can you imagine having some bacon and eggs with that? That's your EPL's morning.
I love an English breakfast with EPL, but
bangers
unfortunately down here,
bangers and mash.
No, that's not breakfast. No, an English breakfast is bacon, blood sausage, tomato, eggs. Yeah, it's.
And what's bangers and mash?
Bangers and mash is a lunch or dinner. Irish, by the way. It's not even English. Bangers and mash is an Irish meal.
I'm gonna write that down.
St. Patrick's Day.
Next time I go to a bangers and mash, hey, you can't give me that. That's Irish.
I love bangers and mash though.
Tartary. Well, listen, as always, Perfect Pairings is brought to you by Total Wine and More, where you'll always find the right bottle at the right price with their lowest price guarantee. You can visit Total Wine and More at TotalWine.com.
Thanks for watching Cigar Snob on YouTube. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. There's a lot of content on our channel. And we also print a magazine, so subscribe to that at cigarsnob.com. But in the meantime, catch you on the next one.